We begin the cycle of autumn measurements. In Russia it's autumn, mid-September. Now we will carry out the control of the state of the bees, which we fed earlier with sugar syrup. And now they do not receive it for about a week. We will start now with these 3 hives. We will do quick measurements with duration 15 seconds. We will look at the state of bees in general. Now we do not need high data accuracy. As you can see, bees of the Karnika breed allow you to work with our device without any equipment at all. They are not aggressive at all, even in the autumn, when theft is possible, and we practically do not bother them with our control. Well, the family have working state, as we had expected. Now the hive number 6. This is our strong offshoot. Let's see what happens in it. The bright sun illuminates the screen. The work is proceeding. The bees are actively carrying pollen. And here is our result. Not too strong work. There are many working bees, but there are many passive too. The work is not very active. We move to the next hive. The measurement begin in the 7th hive. Now the result is ready. The bees are flying but the signals are weak. As we expected, the signals are weak. The state is working. The state is working. The device speaks the same. The activity is not very high and we see it. Really the bees are flying. We interrupted them a little, preventing them from landing. Came new group of bees. Exactly this case we mean, when we say that it is better for weak families to use longer intervals of measurements. For example 5 times per 30 seconds. This group of bees just arrived and was not considered in our short measurement, because it was only 15 seconds. If we used interval 5 times per 30 seconds, the result would be more average. Let's try to do this. We take photo, reset the result, set measuring interval 5 times per 30 seconds. Ready, signal of the bees is well seen. The quality of signal is good, and we press the start. When the measurement will be over, we will make another photo. It's become quite hot. The sun has warmed the hives, and now we see the first bees ventilating their hive. They also work to remove moisture from honey. This means that in nature there is still a small nectar production. The bees find something for themselves. The bees continue their flights. Okay, result is ready. Of course the result shows stronger work. The more time we spent for measurement, the more working bees were registered and entered the measurement result. The bees are in working state. Well, the result is obtained. We take a photo, reset the result, and move on to the next hive. We continue our measurements now with this group of 4 hives. There are 2 offshoots, one family of Karnika breed, which was the founder of our breeding line here. But we will start now with the hive number 4. Here we have bees of mixed breed, Russian and most likely Carpathian. We see that they are ejecta drones, It's a sign of autumn. Here is our result. The family is also in working condition. It can be seen that there is a small honey collection. The bees are flying. The device shows the working state. Now the measurement is over for a long interval. The result is the same. The reason is a strong family. The force of working is stable, without failures. The result is the working state and mobilization. Well, the measurement is over and we move on further. The short measurement has come to its end. We see that a few bees flying in and out of the hive. Let's look at the result of the measurement. The device showed that the family is in a mostly passive state. This is a very small offshoot. Just 3 frames. Let's check it again. Using a longer interval, we started the measurement with interval 5 times per 30 seconds. And the result of the measurement is ready. It shows that the bees are in a slightly more working than passive state. In general, it's borderline condition. Many bees are eating the brood and only some bees are flying. We see that the bees carry pollen, but a lot of them just sit passively or warming the nest. We move on to the next hive. This is our original family of the Carnica breed that brought us a lot of honey this season. It's quite noisy in the hive. There are many different signals. The bees do a lot of different works. We will make 2 measurements using a short and long intervals. We know that there are a large number of bees in the hive, but many bees do not have a job. The state of the family is on borderline between active and passive state. Well, it's autumn. So, the long-term measurement showed basically the same results. The bee family is on the borderline between passive and active state. Many bees already simply save energy for wintering. The sun warmed the hive, and ventilation appeared. There is practically no brood, and young bees have practically no work. They are ready to start wintering, and now save energy, preparing for a long winter. So, the results in this hive are also received. We see that the family is already in the passive state. There are apparently enough honey. It's autumn and only a few old bees working, collecting pollen for spring. For the autumn time, everything goes well. Let's move on.